exquisite cooking, and harmonizing yoga. Join us as we take the next 30 days to discover a whole new way of living. Hi, I'm Dr. Adam Cohen. Today we're going to be exploring another sequence of postures which make up a flow practice. This is a variety that is a little bit more advanced than the other practice that we've done, but is going to be a sequence of postures that you can add to the first one so that together you're making a more dynamic and diverse practice. So hopefully you began with some warm-ups. You always want to begin your practice with a few gentle warm-ups, going through each joint in the body so that they're all ready, there's good blood circulation, and the muscles have good blood flow. That way you will be much less likely to have injury, and you'll also have more range of movement within the practice. So we begin at the front of the mat. We're going to be doing two different options. So we'll do the first variation, and then we'll move into another variation. Try to memorize both. That way you can practice it on your own and begin to develop your own practice. So start at the front of the mat in Tadasana. Big toes touching, but heels slightly separated to keep the alignment of the feet. Stand tall with the hands of prayer at the heart. At prayer, you can keep a straight line from elbow to elbow, or you can keep a gentle prayer with the outer edges of the thumbs just resting at the sternum. Then we're going to just come into centered awareness. Feel the state of your body. Observe the sensation of the environment around you, and just connect. Be present in your atmosphere, both the inner space and the outer space. Then begin by lifting the arms up towards the sky. You can either form a straight line from fingertips to heels, or you can slightly arch back. Get a good stretch, then straight spine, move forward into a forward bend. Now we're going to come halfway up so that we form a 90-degree angle between the upper body and lower body. Then we're going to place the hands outside the feet and then just step the feet back, coming into downward dog. Then from downward dog, drop the knees to the earth, chest in between the hands, hovering just above the ground. Then come up into a cobra, bring the feet together, tops of the feet on the earth, and then gently lift. Tuck the toes, press back into downward dog. Now we're going to step the right foot forward in between the hands, come into a lunge, then pivot the left foot onto the earth, forming a 90-degree angle, and then we're going to sweep up into Warrior Two pose. Get a nice position in Warrior Two, hold for 2 breaths. Then rotate out and down. Release the hands outside the right foot. Step the right foot back next to the left. Back into downward dog. Knees to the earth. Again, chest hovers just above the earth or all the way down. Then come into gentle cobra. Tuck the toes. Press back downward dog. Now step the left foot forward in between the hands. Come into the lunge, then pivot the right toes, drop the heel to the earth, open into Warrior Two. Again, 2 breaths. Then exhale, release, step back into downward dog, and then we're going to either step or jump the feet forward in between the hands. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, go down into the forward bend completely. And then again, step the feet back. Downward dog. Knees chest, chin towards the earth. Then into cobra. Tuck the toes, press back, downward dog. Now opposite leg starts. Left leg steps forward in between the hands into the lunge. Pivot the heel. Open into warrior two. 2 breaths. Exhale, down. Step the left foot back next to the right. The knees, chest, chin to the ground. Coming into cobra. Tuck the toes. Press back. Downward dog. Now right foot steps forward in between the hands. Release the heels, sweep up. Warrior pose. Exhale, release, come down. Downward dog. And then step or jump the feet forward in between the hands. And then now we're going to inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release the hands to prayer at the heart. So that's another flow practice. We just transitioned between the flow series, and then we integrated the Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose into the sequence. Now, let's see another option that we have available within the flow sequence. So that's working within the space of the transition between the cobra pose and the downward dog. Now we're going to work within the standing sequence. So we can vary at any point during the flow and add more elements, reduce elements. We can do many things together, or we can make it as minimal as possible. It really just depends on what you want to do. So here's an option for the standing sequence. That's pretty popular, but at least now you'll be able to understand how it works and how you can integrate it into your flow practice. So feet are same distance apart or a little bit wide if you want more of a base, more of a foundation in the feet. Hands come back to prayer at heart. Then inhale, reach the arms up. Now we're going to come into revolved chair pose, revolved Utkatasana. So Parivrtta Utkatasana. Bend through the knees, hands to prayer at the heart, and then we're going to twist to the right or to the left to bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, and then look up over the left shoulder. Now from here, we're going to change things up a little bit more, and you can see now the options that we have available to us. We're going to step back into Warrior 2 with the left leg. There we go. So we transitioned into that Utkatasana, revolved chair pose into Warrior 2. Now we're just going to come out the same way we did earlier. So release into the lunge, step the foot back. Then from here, you can either drop down into the cobra. We'll do it this time. Otherwise, you could have stepped the feet forward in between the hands. Cobra. Tuck the toes. Back, downward dog. Then again, step or jump the feet forward in between the hands. Raise up. Hands to prayer at the heart. Now opposite side. Reach up. Squat down. Hands to prayer. Now revolve to the right. Elbow to the outside of the right knee. And then opening to Warrior 2 on the opposite side. Two breaths. Then release. Step the leg back. The knees, chest, chin drop to the earth. Cobra. Tuck the toes. Downward dog. Step or jump the feet forward in between the hands. And then raise to standing. And release. So now you're understanding how we can begin to build the flow practice. We don't have to be dependent on any specific pre-designed practice. That way you can improvise and you can be receptive to your body. Your body's going to say, okay, now I feel like this is really going to be needed for me. And then the yoga practice becomes much more dynamic and also intuitive to the spontaneous changes that are happening in the body. Thank you again for watching. Namaste. I wish you all the best in your spiritual practice.